What is going on, guys? Today's video we have the ExtremeRate controller shell. This is a glow in dark 2-in-1. You can get this on Amazon. I'll throw a link in the description. Let's go and check it out. So typical ExtremeRate stuff here. Hopefully this one won't paint chip, because I've noticed after about almost 2 years this one started to chip off. Also, we will be doing the PS5 LEDs. All right, so basically it comes with everything you need. So it has a little screwdriver. So this is your little touch bar. So I guess that's painted as well. That's really cool. So you got that touch bar with the sensor on the back. That's pretty cool. This is what it's looking like. So the actual look on it is kind of like a blue and orange. Looks pretty good. I think it'll go flowing really well with the black controller, but we'll see. So yeah, that's the shell. And then we do have obviously that kit right there. Let's go and unbox the controller first, since I haven't even looked at it. Wow, having it seeing in all black in person looks really nice. All right, the very first step, you're gonna get your pry tool. Basically take everything out of the box. If you have a magnetic pad or something to hold all the misplaced screws, I definitely recommend you get that now. I do have a little pad here, so we'll use that. For the screwdriver, I'm gonna be using my own, but it looks like it's just a standard Phillips head screwdriver. All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna pry off these triggers here on the top. So pretty simple to go from the back and then pop them up just like that. It's just like two little clicks. So one on the left side and one on the right side. It could fly away just like it just did right now, but that's exactly what you want to do. Make sure you don't misplace anything. So that's what you're going to do. And then on the bottom, you're also going to take off this little black strip of plastic. You could also replace these two. This is probably the easiest mod you can do. If you were to buy something like that, you could interchange them for a different color, but you basically just stick it in like that on one side. But yeah, you can basically just take it off. It's just plastic right there. So now you got that. And this is, like I said, this is interchangeable. So you can basically go on ExtremeRate and you can get like a white piece, a even blacker piece. You can get a gray, red, blue, anything, even patterns and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. All right, now at the top, there'll be two screws and you can basically see them right there. So you're gonna go ahead and take out those two screws right there. Very simple. There's also two on the bottom right here. So there's one right there and there's one right there. We're gonna go to remove those two as well. I'd recommend getting an electric screwdriver. I'll leave a link in the description for the one that I have right now, but this one's really good, really fast. Good for operations like this. All right, before you move on, you're gonna go ahead and take off these two latches right here, right next to the prongs right there. So you just use your little pry tool and just push them up and it should just unlatch basically. There we go, that's one, that's two. All right, there we go. Took that back piece off, so now we just have the back components. And this is what the back of the controller looks like. So if you have a replaceable shell on the back, you can easily replace it right now if you choose to do so. Like pretty much everything on this controller is fully customizable in terms of shell and a lot more. All right, so there will be two screws right here. All right, so there'll be two screws right here that you need to remove. So we'll go to do that. Wow, the battery isn't even glued in. It's just laying there. It's crazy. Looks like the battery capacity is 1500 milliamps. That's a little bit. This is almost 2600. The next step is to take out the battery. So it's basically on this little latch here. What you want to do is you're going to take out the pry tool and just basically unlatch it. Oh, never mind. You don't even need a latch. You can just pull it out. The next thing will reveal a screw right here. So that's where the battery is, or was. Go ahead and remove that screw. Now we can go ahead and take out this. You just have to basically unlatch this rubber piece right here. It's on a prong right there, as you can see. The little ribbon. It's on a ribbon cable, so you just have to take it out like that. Just pull straight up. Don't bend it. And then we should be good for there. Next, you're going to want to take out the ribbon cable right here, the orange one. So you should be able to just take it out with the little plastic piece that it has. I don't know if you can see that right there. It has a little plastic piece, a hard plastic piece. That's where you're going to want to pull. Same thing for these side ribbons. You're gonna go ahead and just take these out. The white ones, it might be different color on different controllers, but these left and right ones, you're gonna take those out. There we go. Okay, now you're gonna take out this top ribbon cable right here. You're just gonna go and slide that out as well. It'll be really There we go. And now the whole motherboard should just take out of its spot here. Oh, it's one of these again, I remember. On the PS4, they had the same exact little... This is the PS5, the newest type of controller, the newest model, but so it's a little more simplified compared to the original. So you're just gonna want to take out the buttons if you have extra buttons. I don't have buttons. You're gonna basically swap everything from here and move it out to the plastic one. So now it's just a swap and then just put everything back together. So we're gonna go and do that right here. If you decide to take out the sensor bar and use the one that's included, then you can go ahead and do a separate little alignment. And basically what you're going to do, you're going to take out the screw right here, and that's holding the sensor bar into place. And then just be careful with the ribbon cable, but you should be able to just slide this. There we go. All right, so we got that, and this just pops out right there. And then basically these two buttons on top fell out, but go ahead and move all those buttons there. So got those. We're gonna go ahead and start with this one. So I should have paid attention. So just spin the little button around until it goes into its spot. And then just go ahead and put the little covering back on. The covering should be easy. Just basically push down on all of it. Pretty self-explanatory. Make sure it's firmly in there though, because if it's loose at all, then you're gonna have to reopen this again. Make sure you just test out your button, kind of. You can go and check how the black would look if you decide to use your own. Just do this. If not, you can just use the one that's included. Now the one that's on the panel here has glue, so you're gonna have to like take this out. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to take out the sensor bar, because I think that's more work, but we will try to do it. Taking it out, you're gonna have to heat it up a bit, but be careful with the heat because it could damage the components or damage anything else. Just do it on a fairly warm to high heat, and just warm up the glue a little bit, just a little bit. Don't actually keep it there, just move it around a lot, and then you can heat it up and the glue should be fine. But for now, I don't think I'm gonna do that because it's an extra step that just, I don't know. I could just use a, fake one for now. Now we're gonna move to the D-pad. Just very quick insert right there. Now obviously I know it's a black controller, it already looks good, but this is just a demo for any type of skin you decide to use. You can use the best of the best. So just take that off and then you can drop that in, as well as this button right here. Should just unlatch off and then just put it in here. And it should just click into place. And then for this, you just put it back on the top here. If I can put it there. There we go. And you'll know that the rubber pieces are good because the black little stems on them will come up. And then we're gonna put this ribbon cable back. Make sure you put it in the correct slot. So the bracket on top here, you gotta remove that. So it has little latches right here. You should be able to just remove it, but be very careful. These are thin pieces of plastic. Want to be very delicate. So I unhooked one. You just push up directly from the front end. And it should, there we go. Yeah, so now we have the bracket in place, and that's what that's gonna look like. And then we can go ahead and add in the sensor bar. Just pretend you have the motherboard on here. Make sure you put the motherboard, because if you don't have the motherboard on here, it's not gonna work. So make sure you have the motherboard. This is just for a demo. There we go. Now basically it's pretty much complete here. It's really good. So this is what it's gonna practically look like. It looks really, really good. There we go. And as you can see, all the buttons, triggers, everything works as normal. Obviously it's not tightened because we don't have screws, but it is really good. The sensor bar also works too as well. Now it's time to actually see what it looks like in the dark. So let's go ahead and show you guys. All right, so I have a flashlight here. We're gonna go and charge it up basically. We're gonna just hit the orange spots. That's where it's at. And let me go ahead and just do this. Boom, look at that. Now obviously throughout the day with lights on and everything else like this, it'll automatically go glow in the dark. But look at this. That actually looks clean. No electricity involved. This is basically glow in the dark material and painting and everything else like that. I do have another light on that's messing it up here. Hold on, there we go. All right, that's what it looks like in pitch black. It is pretty noticeable in person. It does fade out kind of quick. We'll see how it is. Obviously I haven't charged it up like completely, but like just looking at it, it's a very amazing controller. Like you can see that orange pops even with a little bit of light. You see that orange actually does pop. So that's what that's looking like. Oh, look at that. It even like it gets brighter the more you have it on. And the texture on it, I can feel it. It does feel pretty good. Like it's a nice gloss, but it still feels really good in the hands. That is an amazing looking controller. I definitely like it for sure, but I'm not gonna like it as much as the next mod that we're gonna go ahead and do. So we're gonna go ahead and do the DTF LED kit for the PS5 controller, the exact same thing.